This is about to happen to you at noon. Go home and lock your door immediately. My beloved child, do not scroll past this line, because the next few breaths will set the rhythm of your afternoon and the shape of your next season. If your thumb even thinks of slipping away, hold it still and listen, because a quiet instruction is arriving for you exactly at noon, and I don't want you to miss what carries your name. At the stroke of noon, something simple but holy will knock on the door of your day, a turning of light, a shift of wind, an alignment you have prayed for without knowing how to put it into words. And before that hour, I want you to make one decision. Go home, close your door, and give yourself 12 uninterrupted minutes to receive what is already moving toward you. This is not about fear, it's about focus. This is not about danger, it's about design. Noon is the hour when shadows are shortest, when confusion shrinks, when truth stands upright without bending, and you, my child, are meant to meet truth standing tall. Stay with me. Don't skip. Imagine your room washed in the soft hush of daylight, curtains breathing slightly, the room holding its breath with you. The world outside can wait, the messages, the pings, the pressure to be everywhere at once. Today, just for a little while, be exactly where your feet are. Locking your door won't shut the world out, it will open your heart in. You have carried everybody's noise for too long. You have worn the ache of yesterday like a heavy coat. You have smiled through weight that no one else could see. At noon, that weight loosens. At noon, explanations that used to tangle in your chest untie themselves. At noon, your spirit remembers how to breathe like it did before disappointment taught it to whisper. Between now and then, listen to me closely. Gather 3 things: a glass of water, a page to write on, and something that smells like peace to you, a candle, a drop of oil, the memory of rain, or the sound of a fan spinning above you. When you step into that room and turn the lock, you are not hiding, you are tuning. You are telling your nervous system, for these few moments, I am safe to receive. You are telling your future, I am ready to greet you with clear eyes. You are telling your past, thank you for the lessons, you may rest. Don't skip. Breathe with me. 4 counts in, 4 counts held, 4 counts out, 4 counts still. Again, slower this time. Let your shoulders drop from your ears. Feel your jaw unclench. Feel the small miracles of being alive, the soft drum of your pulse at your wrist, the warm gravity of your body, the faithful rise and fall of your lungs. You think nothing is happening, but listen, the room is changing. The room is listening back. The same way a sea answers the moon, your space answers your intention. Now the water. Hold it in your hands. Whisper into it the 3 things you most want to see bloom in the next 12 weeks. Don't overthink. The first clean words are often the truest: peace, provision, restoration, or clarity, courage, completion, or family, forgiveness, favor. Speak them softly as if you are planting seeds, because you are. Sip once, and let your body hear your promise to yourself. At noon you will drink again, and you will notice how even water tastes like permission. Don't skip. Write this down on your page, word for word. At noon, I align with what is already mine. I shut the door on panic, scarcity, and confusion. I open the door to timing, tenderness, and truth. I receive with gratitude and protect with wisdom. Sign your name. You aren't begging the universe. You are partnering with it. You aren't chasing what hides. You are welcoming what's ready. There is something about your name written in your own handwriting that reminds the day who it's dealing with. Close your eyes for a moment. I want you to see a memory, one that tried to teach you you're too late, that your chance is gone, that good things are for other people whose names are easier to spell in bright letters. See it, then see yourself gently stepping out of it, the way you step out of a sweater that no longer fits. Lay it folded at the edge of your bed in your mind. It served you once as warmth, now it's simply too small. At noon, you will feel the air on your arms. At noon, you will realize how free skin feels in sunlight. Don't skip. There is a letter coming for you, a letter without paper, the kind that drops in the inbox of your spirit. It may arrive as a phrase that glows in your thoughts, a nudge to text someone, an idea that lands already formed, a sense to wait one more day, or a sudden calm about the thing that used to turn your stomach. You may not hear a trumpet. You may only feel like you finally exhaled after holding your breath for too long. But that calm you feel? That is direction, dressed in softness. That idea you almost dismiss? That is provision, knocking politely. That person who crosses your mind? That is alignment, asking for a yes or a no. Noon is the hour of gentle answers. Noon is when your soul says, oh, that. Before the clock leans into midday, forgive the hours that hurt you. Forgive the almosts, the not yets, the maybe laters. Forgive yourself for believing you had to outrun your own heart to keep up with expectations that were never meant for you. Today you will not outrun anything. You will arrive. Imagine the minute hand climbing toward 12 as if it were a pilgrim walking up a hill. When it reaches the top, an unseen bell rings in your favor. Don't skip. When you lock the door, whisper this: I am accessible to heaven, unavailable to chaos. Repeat it 3 times, slower each time, until the room agrees with you. Then lay your hand over your chest, feel the steady proof that you are here, and say your name out loud, the way a dear friend would introduce you to someone important. Because you are being introduced to the version of you that can hold what's coming without breaking, without shrinking, without apologizing. Now here is what will happen at noon, and how you will know it's real. First, time will feel strangely kind. Minutes will stand a little taller. Your to-do list will stop shouting and start organizing itself. Second, one detail you were certain required a miracle will quietly solve itself, or reveal its next right step so clearly that you laugh and say, oh, it's not heavy, it's just a hinge. Third, your body will register a yes or a no about something you've been unsure about, and you will trust it because it speaks without adrenaline. This is the language of alignment. This is the sound of a door that once jammed beginning to swing open. Don't skip. When the answers arrive, protect them like new flame. Don't run to show everyone too quickly. Let the ember glow until it knows how to be a fire. Some things grow best in the greenhouse of quiet. Some blessings need your discretion before they can afford your celebration. You are not hiding your light, you are giving it oxygen. After your 12 minutes, unlock the door with a different posture. Walk into your afternoon as if the hallway recognizes your footsteps. It will. If it so happens that you watch this afternoon, your hour is not lost. The mercy of timing is elastic. It will bend to meet a willing heart. Choose the next hour you can, lock the door, and meet the moment like it was always meant for you. Because it is. Because you are the appointment you've been postponing. Don't skip. I want you to speak one more sentence out loud before you close the page. I am ready, I am rooted, and good things know how to find me. These are not magic words. They are mirrors. They show you what has always been true underneath the noise. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are being orchestrated. The calendar thought the 12th hour belonged to it. It belongs to you. And when you sip the rest of your water, taste how ordinary things become sacrament when your attention is present. Watch how the room has the same furniture but feels like it changed its mind about you. It did, because you changed your mind about you. This is how doors open and stay open, when the person walking through them believes they deserve to be inside. So go now. Prepare your little sanctuary. Let the sunlight be your clock and the lock be your signal that you are choosing focus over frenzy. When the hour arrives, you will not chase what's yours. You will welcome it as if it were an old friend who knows the way to your table. And when you leave the room, carry the hush with you like a soft coat of peace. The world will notice without knowing why. You will notice and know exactly why. Don't skip the last line. It is a seal. You are guided. You are guarded. And at noon, you are gathered into clarity, into calm, into the next beautiful sentence of your story. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, stay with me because this is the part where your afternoon learns your name like a melody and begins to hum it back to you. If you even think of scrolling, press your thumb gently to the screen and let it remind you that you're exactly where alignment finds you. At noon your room becomes a whispering map, and the first landmark is gratitude. Before you ask for anything, thank the day for arriving. Thank the breath inside you for choosing to stay. Thank the old version of you for carrying heavy things without a manual. Gratitude is not a bowing down, it is a standing up straighter. When you thank, the walls remember they were trees once, and they move their shoulders so your miracle has space to sit down. Speak 3 thank yous, slowly. Watch how the room answers by softening its edges around you. Now, listen, today's message comes in layers: surface, heart, root. On the surface you will notice a tiny adjustment you can make immediately, the call you've delayed, the file you can rename to complete, the corner of your room you can clear so the future doesn't trip over yesterday's shoes. In the heart layer you will feel a tug toward repair, a sentence you owe someone, or yourself, that begins with, I'm ready to, and ends with truth. In the root layer you will sense a permission, to stop measuring your worth by speed, to stop auditioning for rooms you outgrew, to stop translating your soul into a language that keeps mispronouncing you. Let the message choose the door. Your only task is to open it. My beloved child, noon is honest light, no long shadows, no stretching of truth. So be honest with yourself in the gentlest voice you own. Ask, what do I keep almost doing? Then do it in one small, non-dramatic move. The universe respects unglamorous consistency. Send that email without rewriting your childhood in the subject line. Put 5 minutes on a timer and begin the task that keeps pretending to be a mountain. Mountains are mostly sky when you stand close enough. When you hear the timer sing, smile at how much momentum fits inside a single focused pocket of time. You will also feel a strange kindness toward your future, and I want you to feed it. Write a note to the version of you who wakes up tomorrow. Make it brief, vivid, useful. Here is what we decided at noon. Here is why it matters. Here is the first step already done for you. Leave it where morning you cannot miss it. On the kettle, on your keyboard, on the mirror like a small flag in safe territory. The future trusts people who leave it breadcrumbs. Be that person for yourself. Don't skip this next part. Name the room. Out loud. This is my receiving room. Names are invitations with borders. When you name the room, you tell wandering noise it has reached a boundary. The room nods. Your bones nod. The minute hand nods and, without fanfare, makes a covenant with your attention. In that covenant, you will notice a sentence arrive mid-air, like a feather that knows where to land. Choose simple. Or, call now. Or, wait one more day. Or, start before you feel qualified. Trust the softness. Power does not always stomp when it enters. Sometimes it arrives in socks. My beloved child, remember that doors do not open only outward, they also open inward, into rooms of memory that still have their shoes on the bed. At noon, tidy one memory with compassion. Hold it up to the light, thank it for trying to protect you with avoidance, and give it a new job, witness, not warden. You are not throwing your past away, you are rehanging it on the correct hook so it stops slipping onto the floor of your now. When you're ready, place both hands flat on the table. Feel the grain, the sturdiness, the quiet, faithful horizontals that have held so many cups without complaint. Say, I am held like this. Your nervous system will understand. Your breath will widen. And in that widening, a new idea will step into the room as if it paid rent. Don't interrogate it yet. Offer it a glass of your noon water. Ask it one question. What's your first tiny proof? Ideas love to show their ID when you ask with respect. Let it answer with one doable action you can complete before the sun leans west. Don't skip. This is the blessing for your relationships. You do not have to perform safety to earn love. You create safety by being coherent, words and actions pointing in the same direction like twin compass needles. Choose one relationship that matters. Send a sentence that is so clear it needs no emoji to hold it up. Here is how I can show up today. Or, I'm not available for that anymore, with love. Boundary is not a wall, it is a thoughtfully placed doorway. People who are meant to come through will appreciate that you finally installed hinges. This is the blessing for your work. Your value is not an emergency. You are not paid in panic. You are paid in presence, precision, and patience. At noon, choose craft over chaos. Turn a vague plan into a timestamp, 3:40 p.m. Outline section 1. Put it on the page like coordinates. The anxious part of you relaxes when the map is specific. Anxiety is a traveler who only acts wild in airports without signage. Put up a sign. Watch it sit down and behave. This is the blessing for your home. Make 1 square meter sacred by treating it like a friend coming over. Wipe it, warm it, welcome it. Sacred space grows by imitation. The next square meter gets curious and tidies itself through your hands. Soon the whole room is practicing your new language of care. The door you locked becomes not a fear thing but a focus thing, the quiet gate of a garden where clarity learns your footsteps and rushes to meet you. My beloved child, I want you to rehearse your receiving posture before you unlock the door. Stand, shoulders easy, chin soft, palms open, not to beg, but to carry. Say, I am ready to hold good news without dropping myself. Feel how your body understands the assignment. Then imagine the next generous thing entering your life and ask, where will I store it? If you cannot picture the shelf, build it this afternoon. A folder, a budget line, a 15-minute block, a conversation, a drawer. Preparation is faith translated into furniture. Now take the last sip of your water and listen for the quietest confirmation. A bird landing on the railing, a motorbike passing and fading, the tick in the wall, your own laugh at something tiny and true. Make that sound your bell. When you hear it, say, I receive. Not because you are greedy, but because you are finally available. Availability is magnetic. You won't need to chase. What matches you will walk in like it belongs. Because it does. If you happen to be reading this when noon has already slipped by like silk through your fingers, breathe. Grace does not carry a stopwatch. Name a new hour. Lock the door the way a composer holds a note a little longer than expected, on purpose, so the audience feels the air turn golden. You are the composer. You are the audience. You are the golden air. Before you leave, seal today with 3 declarations spoken the way you would press a signet into warm wax. I am safe to expand. I am trusted with timing. I am ready to be seen by what I want. Let them cool into shape. Let them keep their shine. And when you open your door and step back into the corridor of the world, take 2 inches of that hush with you like a ribbon in your pocket. Touch it when noise tries to recruit you. Remember what noon taught you. My beloved child, this is your hour and your home and your life learning to speak to each other without shouting. You did not miss it. You met it. And because you did, the next right thing will not be coy. It will be kind, timely, and yours by both promise and preparation. Go on now, with unhurried steps and a fierce softness that turns every hallway into welcome. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, stay just a little longer with me because the next lines are like a key warmed by your own hands. If your mind tries to wander, invite it back the way you would invite a friend to sit closer, because what I'm about to lay in your spirit is the quiet architecture of your noon hour turning into a doorway you can walk through again and again without knocking. First, let's give your noon a name you can return to whenever you need calm to arrive quickly. Call it, the gentle appointment. When you say those words, your breath will remember what to do, your shoulders will lower their guard, and your inner room will recognize that something kind is about to happen. The gentle appointment is not an escape from life, it's a return to the center of it. It is 12 minutes where time cooperates, where you become less available to noise and more available to wisdom. When you close your door for those 12 minutes, you are not shutting out the world. you are tuning your instrument so the world can finally hear you in the right key. Now, let me place the subtle steps of your ritual in your hands so they always fit. Step 1. Arrival. Whisper, "I am here," like a small bell, and let the words reach every room inside you that used to feel ignored. Step 2. Arrangement. Straighten one thing in your space. Fold a blanket, clear one corner of a table, align a chair with the wall, because order in 1 square foot invites clarity in 1 square thought. Step 3. Attention. Put a palm over your chest and count 4 slow heartbeats, not to hurry them, but to meet them. Step 4. Ask. In your gentlest voice, inquire, what would make this hour meaningful? Trust the first answer. It might be begin, pause, reach out, or wait. Step 5. Act. Choose the smallest visible action that honors that answer. The smallest visible action is often the strongest hinge. My beloved child, there is a difference between a loud sign and a true sign. A loud sign demands from the outside, a true sign warms from the inside. Today, at noon, watch for warmth. Warmth arrives as relief, as a thought that calms your breath, as a sentence that lands like a soft certainty, as a desire to be kind without reason. When warmth appears, follow it 1 step. If the step is a call, make it. If the step is stillness, lean into it. If the step is writing, write 1 honest line. If the step is cleaning, clear the nearest surface and let the room applaud in silence. There is also a promise hovering over your work that wants a home. It says, you don't have to choose between peace and progress. Noon is where you practice the marriage of both. Give your progress a shape, 3 lines of a plan, a 10-minute draft, a message sent without over-explaining your worth. Give your peace a practice, a breath pattern, a slow sip of water, a sentence you can repeat when old habits try to audition for today's role. I move at the speed of grace, and grace is right on time. Watch how deadlines soften into lifelines when you approach them with coherence instead of adrenaline. Because you asked for something that keeps the audience of your life from skipping, let me hand you a narrative you can tell yourself when doubt gets theatrical. It goes like this. There was a day when everything looked ordinary from the outside. The streets sounded the same, the kettle sang the same, the sun behaved like it always does. But at noon, I closed my door and opened a gate. I discovered that the most miraculous shift is not a thunderclap. It's the quiet decision that I am available to my own wisdom. That day the hinge creaked, and then, it turned. Say this to yourself so the story in your bones keeps choosing you as the main character. My beloved child, you will meet 3 visitors during and after your gentle appointment. The first is clarity. It doesn't shout, it sorts. It will take a messy pile of shoulds and gently place them into now, later, and never. Trust where it puts things. The second visitor is courage. It will feel like a small, stable heat behind the ribs that doesn't push you forward but removes the reasons you were pulling back. The third visitor is care. It will ask you to treat your future as a friend, not a project. Care may tell you to set out your shoes for tomorrow morning's walk, to pre-fill a glass near your desk, to write your most important sentence on a sticky note and place it where your hand lands first. Each visitor has a gift, accept them all and let your noon become hospitable to every good thing trying to reach you. Let's also speak to the part of you that worries you're not doing it right. Perfection is not invited to this room, presence is. If you miss a step, take the next. If you feel nothing, notice that nothing is still a feeling passing through a safe place. If your phone buzzes, smile at the way life loves you, and then return to your breath like a lighthouse returning to its beam. If a memory taps you on the shoulder, nod to it and keep your posture. You are not fragile here, you are forming here. Formation is quieter than fireworks and far more faithful. Here is a small craft for your noon, a one-page practice called the Unrush List. Write 3 lines: what I refuse to rush, what I choose to begin, and what I bless and release. Under the first, place the things that deserve the dignity of your pace: healing, learning, love. Under the second, write a single, visible action you'll do before afternoon leans evening. Under the third, lay down an old obligation that never fit your soul. Fold the page once, slide it under the edge of a book, and let the weight of wisdom keep it in place. Return to it tomorrow. Let tomorrow discover that you cared enough to leave it a breadcrumb trail. My beloved child, when you unlock your door after the minutes complete their circle, walk slower on purpose for the first 30 steps, like you're teaching the hallway a new rhythm. Touch the wall as you pass and think, I bless what my hands touch. Pour the rest of your water and taste how ordinary things become extraordinary when attention is present. If you have to move through loud spaces, carry an inner whisper, I am the quiet center. Not to hide, to hold. And tonight, before sleep, replay noon like a favorite scene, the posture, the breath, the sentence, the warmth. Catch one new proof, a response that came more easily than expected, a task that felt less heavy than its reputation, a moment you chose gentleness over speed and got further anyway. Write that proof in a small notebook labeled Hinges. Hinge by hinge, watch how doors you thought were walls begin to swing. When enough pages turn, you won't be surprised by your own steadiness. You'll be grateful for it and generous with it. If anyone asks you what changed, tell them the truth. I stopped treating my life like a fire to put out and started treating it like a home to light. At noon, you lit one candle. The room remembered. The day agreed. Your future heard you. So carry on, lovely heart. Clear-eyed, slow strong, beautifully arranged from the inside. Tomorrow's noon will be waiting at the same table, with the same open chair and the same patient light, ready to practice this holy ordinary with you again, and again, and again, until ordinary becomes your favorite kind of miracle. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.